My name is Lecia Raiford. I was diagnosed with lung cancer. I actually saw a blood clot in my arm, and I called my doctor and I said I need to come in because I have a blood clot that's running up my arm. So he said, okay, we'll look at it and see what it is, and we'll let you go home. I got to the hospital that morning and went in his doctor's office. They sent me up to get a sonogram. The sonogram showed that I had blood clots up my arm all the way into my neck. So they sent me back to the ER. They called me back because they wanted to do x-rays to see if I had any in my chest. And I did have them in my chest, and that's when they actually saw a spot on my lungs and said they wanted to do a biopsy to determine what it was. And that's what it was. It ended up being cancer. So I talked to my doctor on the 28th of January, and they confirmed that I had lung cancer at that time. My doctors and my nurses are amazing. I've had some difficulties through the process of chemo and radiation. The chemo was fine. My radiation really took me to a different level of pain that I had to go through, and I ended up getting something called esophagitis. And so it really, really worse. It was like the worst pain I ever felt, but they were so amazing. Dr. Raiford, he's amazing. And I had Dr. Grubbs, he was my radiologist, and he was also amazing. I could call them up at any time if I had a question. They gave me their numbers to call them to find out if I needed anything, if I was doing great, and it was unbelievable. I would suggest anybody to come over here. I would tell anyone that has going through any process, whether it was cancer or any other one, always have faith. Faith is the biggest thing that you have to have. If you lose your faith, you start losing hope. And that's the biggest thing that I could not give up. It was my faith, because I know that everybody has their own God, and as long as you believe in Him, you'll be okay. When I initially found out that I had cancer, I created my own support group. And it was a group of people that has been in my life that has helped me to grow into the woman that I am now. So I reached out to them, and I created a little Facebook page where I could just let them know what's going on. When they gave me prayers, it kept me lifted through this whole process. So I would tell anybody that going through this kind of process, they need to get a support group. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your family. It could be some people that's so close to you that they are your family. So I decided to create an organization that is for people that are not aware of all the cancers that we have. And the page will be called With Every Breath is a Blessing. I want to be able to help other people. If we doing it financially, or you doing it supportively, all those things could be a part of what needs to be done, because a lot of people don't know. The only thing that people don't realize is once the process is over, you begin to go back and reflect, because my motivation was, I got to make sure I'm healthy. I got to make sure I'm healthy. So it kept me going. Once I've gone through that process, it now seems like, where do I go next? You know what I'm saying? Because you fought for so long, now you say, where do I go next? So my next step, I'm thinking that I'm going to be the advocate for people that don't have that word of mouth.